Hi Flosstube, I am Amy. I love toads and cross stitch. Today is February the 21st, 2023, and I have a finish. Let me show it to you really quick. I already put the picture away, but we don't need the picture. Ta-da! Finished my stocking. This is mine, obviously, because it has my name on the top of it. And I filmed a quick little, I don't know if it's really quick, but I filmed a little snippet about it. So I'm going to pop that in right here. Okay, Flosstube, I'm going to show you my finished stocking. This is called the Enchanted Ornaments Stocking by Gold Collections Dimensions. It's a Dimensions kit. Now I was just going to talk about it. I've got Mija. You can see maybe the top of her head because she's been barking. So I put her in the chair with me to see if she'd stop barking. So this is done. I finished it. Let's see. Colette is still stitching on hers, but I started a new stocking. So I used all the kit floss. I used the kit fabric. I did change out some browns, so we'll talk about that. There's some red touches here and here and here. And the name, I changed to like a brown gray. I left off this tassel. And then there are some snowflake looking long stitches, back stitches. I left all that out because I didn't need all that. Also, I keep forgetting to tell you all that I am not stitching with the metallic. So it came with a bunch of metallic thread and all this gold. So I started stitching this gold line right here. Let's see if you can see it. And that does have the metallic in it. And it was a bear. And I was like, nope, this is not, not stitching with that. So anywhere in these gold chains, it called for that metallic. I didn't use it. I just didn't use it. And it still turned out fine. So here it is, all finished. And it looks great without the metallic and without those backstitch lines. So I love it. I love it so much. It turned out so good. So yeah, that top line does have metallic in it, and it was awful to stitch. It was fun doing it little by little. So on Sundays, we stitch stockings, and we just do it little by little. Some people have asked me some questions where I started. So I started at the top on the pattern. I'm going to show you a little bit of the pattern. There's no way that you would be able to stitch from this because you can barely stitch from it with it right in front of your face because it's dimensions. So they show you with this arrow where the middle is. So this is the top. And I just found the top. And I think I went down 2 inches maybe. I found the middle, found the middle. And then went down 2 inches and just started there and worked my way down into the toe. And that's what I've done with the other ones also. And I'll just continue to do that. Now with dimensions, I do mark it with pen because it's really hard for me to follow. Let me show you what I do with my back stitches. So like around this ball, I just mark. You can see where it just mark where I've already stitched, like my back stitch, so I can keep track of it, because it's just a pain. And it's all in color, so I can't make a, what is it, a working copy, because everything is in color. I mean, I guess I could make a colored working copy. But then once you mark off something, it just gets so confusing because of all these different colors with the back stitching lines and all the colors with the cross stitching lines. So I'll show you, let's see. Right here, I was supposed to use metallic in this H, and I put an X, and I only used those 2 threads right there. And for this, I put an X because I did not use that gold metallic, and I just used those 2 threads. And it turned out fine. It turns out fine. So, yeah. I love it. So if you have any questions, just ask. Here is the thread that I had left. So I had enough thread left. I didn't run out of anything. Also, there are 2 green colors that I kept getting mixed up because I'm dyslexic. So this green is 876 and this green is 879, and I kept flipping my 9 and my 6. So if you have a little bit of dyslexia and you flip your numbers, I interchanged those 2 greens a lot and just didn't even rip it out. I was like, whatever, it's green, it's fine, it'll work. So yeah, so just be careful. 876 and 879 are both green. So yeah, okay. Maybe I'll try to do the real floss tube now. We'll see. I got the nerve up to actually film a floss tube after I showed you my stocking, so here we go. I framed my man's best friend. I don't know if you all saw this or not. I don't remember if I showed this. I mean, I know I showed this finished, but I don't know if I showed it framed. It's already hanging up above the mantle. This was a Dimensions kit called Man's Best Friend, and he had a red jacket on, but I converted it all to blues because it reminds me of my dad. So, yeah. Okay, so FFO, FO, and I started a new stocking, but that is in the pile. Okay, February is full coverage February. So I've been mostly working on full coverages. So I haven't worked on my sampler. I haven't been doing Festive Friday. I did do Dark 13, and I did do my Whip Go, one of my Whip Go draws. I haven't done the second Whip Go draw yet. And I don't know if I'll even get to it because today's the 21st. So, and I still have a couple more full coverages to work on. So I'll show my full coverages last because one's right here, but then the rest are at the bottom of the pile. On Dark 13, so February the 13th, February? Yes, February the 13th. I worked on my vultures. By Lindy Stitches. And I'll put in progress pictures or pictures of where I was. Let's see. So this fabric is Finian. It is 32 count from Seraphim. And I'll put the progress picture over my face. And I have a whole vulture. And I started on the other one right there. That's the bottom of his little tail. Easy stitch. I'm using all the called for, plus the whisper fabric. Whisper thread. have that in my little shark bag. Okay, should I show you this one next? Let's hold off on that one. Okay. This is the one that I split up, and I'm trying to finish it by June, I think. So I have lines, I drew lines, and I worked here in this middle section this time. This is Blue Jays. It is a Riolis kit. It comes with wool acrylic thread. I converted it to the DMC cotton thread, and the conversion is in my community tab. But I am using the fabric, and this is where I'm at. So this middle section, and then I worked my way down because I still had some colors on my needle that were down here, so I went ahead and worked my way down. So we're still good to be finishing this by either June, maybe May, if I keep working on it the way I am. I really love working on this. It's much easier than Dimensions kits because I switched to the cotton threads. For me, it's much easier than a Dimensions kit. The pattern is easier. Okay, this was my Whip-Go call. Whip-Go is by Jessie Marie. I worked on another Dimensions kit called Wise Owl. It's really this big, but I am cutting all this woods off, and I'm only stitching that because I'm old, and I have too much that I want to stitch, and life is short, so I don't have time to stitch a bunch of woods. Okay, so I'm using the floss, but I changed up the fabric. I think this might be Fog. I can't remember. It's either Tycho or Fog from Picture This Plus. I'm not sure. Anyway, I concentrated on this branch, and that's the end. So that's as big as it'll be. I should probably look. I have this whole big piece of fabric. I need to cut it. So he's going away for a while, but at least I pulled him out and worked on him for a while. Little by little. Okay, this is my oldest, and people ask me about this one all the time when I show it. So let me see if I can figure out. It looks like this. I remember stitching this when my daughter was probably 4 years old. We lived in a townhouse, her and I together, and I remember stitching on this. So it is by Cross My Heart, and it's from 1998. And it's a kit. It has floss, and what is it called? Okay, it's called Seashore Welcome. Seashore Welcome by Cross My Heart. And this is what it's gonna look like. And I'll be giving this to my madre. See, here is it came on these cards, the floss did. So I'm using the Ada, all the kit, floss, and fabric. And that's where I'm at. I'll pull back in a minute. And I just pull this out every once in a while and work on it. So I found it in a drawer. I was cleaning out the drawer beside my bed and I found it in there. Completely forgot I had it. Okay, is that all my full cover? Okay, my full coverages. So let me talk about this before I get into my full coverages. I have life update. I'm going to be a grandmother. So our daughter is pregnant. She is due the end of September. So remember I started a stocking for my husband when I did the 12 by 12 for New Year's Eve. Well, my husband's stocking is on hold because I decided to start the baby a stocking instead. So, yep. Surprise, life update. I had my husband actually pick out the stocking for the baby so he could have a little part in it. I had him pick between two and he picked this one. And it's really hard to see. So it is a Stony Creek. It is in book 387. It's called Best of Stony Creek Stockings 1. And I am stitching, I don't know if you can see it, I'm stitching this one. It says Joy. It has, I don't know, I think this is like a little bear, maybe. There's little mice, a mouse here, and a mouse here, and here, and here, and here. He's sleeping on a pillow, and it reminds me of the little mice from Cinderella, little Jack and Gus Gus. So they are threading. See, he has some thread. Does he have a needle? He might have a needle too. They are threading these, what are they called? Sleigh bells? Yeah, I think they're called sleigh bells. They're threading these sleigh bells up on that wreath. Oh, I think it's going to be so cute. So I started this, and where I started is up in that ribbon. So you'll see that ribbon. And I'm just going to keep that ribbon red because all this is green, you know, a lot of green going on. So I can have a little bit of red. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count antique white by Swigart. And this is where I'm at. So that's the start of the baby stocking. Yep. So I started at the top. Hopefully I did this right. Hopefully I cut this right. I did a 28 count because it's, even though this stocking is stitched on 32, I think this is still going to be smaller. It might still even be smaller. So I wanted to make it as big as possible. That's why I did a 28. My husband, I showed him my start and he said, that's really big for you. Is that really easy to stitch? And I said, yeah, it is easy because he is used to seeing me work on 40 count and 36 count and doing one on 25 count. So he's used to, oh, he called it pixels. He's like, your pixels are really big. Is that easy to stitch? It's like, yeah, it is pretty easy on 28 count. So it's 2 over 2 on 28. And yeah, so I have a new stocking. And I'm going to be a Mamie. So the baby's going to call me Mamie. I used to be a nanny, and the little boy I used to nanny for called me Mamie. So we picked Mamie. Okay, now we're doing full coverage. And I think I worked on 4 of my full coverages. Maybe 3, 4. First is my spider one. So if you don't like spiders, turn away. I love them. This is 8 of Pentacles. It is by Stephanie Law. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I will put a picture in of what it looks like, probably over here, while I'm talking about it. and then I'll do a before picture. It is, all my full coverage are stitched on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And here I am. Oh, where did I work at? Let me see. I think I worked here, like in this area. So when you see the before, I think you could probably tell right there. This is not a mini. It is just like a regular size. So I am cutting it off a little bit. I'm not doing the whole thing. And I don't keep track of how many days I stitched on it or how many stitches I made, because I just don't care. So I can't give you that information. Okay, the next one I worked on is the one I'm stitching with Colette. It's called Singing in the Rain. It is charted by Heaven and Earth. It is a mini, and the artist is Jody Bergsma. And that is where I got to. So the flowers are coming out. That's going to be a tulip. And I have that in the bag that Colette gave me when we went to StitchCon. Okay, this one is my shark one. It is called Wish You Were Here. It is a cropped picture of a bigger picture. The artist is Royce McClare, and it is charted by Artisy. And I worked, I came down here, and you can see another, well, you can see that shark and another shark coming out right here. And that's the bottom. So, and I reached the bottom. And I went to the thrift store the other day and got a pillow form for this. So the pillow, I'm gonna make this for a pillow. I'm gonna make this into a pillow for our bus when we go camping. So I got the pillow form for that. And that is in another shark bag. Okay, last one. This is called Tender Moments. Is it a mini? It's by Artisy. I don't think it's called a mini. I think it's just Tender Moments. It's the full thing, but it's not that big. Artist is Abraham Hunter. What else about it? I don't know. And this is where I'm at. And the tree is so confetti heavy. It's just crazy. But you'll be able to tell I'm working on this tree. And then I think this is the end of the tree. And I can't remember, I don't know if it's blue sky or forest or something comes next, but I'm almost done with that tree trunk. And this is the one I was working on this week, so that's why it's in the Q-snap. But I think I'm gonna take this out and work on one more. Which one? Oh, my birthday is Saturday. So I'm going to have a new start. I'm going to finally start my chipmunk. So yeah, I'm gonna take this off. Maybe I'll start my chipmunk early. Maybe I'll start that tomorrow. So, okay, I think that's it for what I stitched, what I started, what I finished. I do have some purchases, but they are in the other room, so let me go get them. I'll be right back. First, Natalie from the UK, Home Sweet Home Handmade, she sent me this. It's out of a magazine she gets, and she knows my daughter loves dragons. So she sent me this dragon pattern out of a magazine. Let's see, no, where are my glasses? Where do my glasses go? It's called Flying Dragon, The World of Cross Stitching. By Ann Stokes. Okay, me and my girlfriends, Becky and Jennifer, went to a shop called Southern Stitchers, I think. It's a new shop in Virginia, a new needlework shop in Virginia. It was 2 hours away from us. All our needlework shops are 2 hours away. So that one is 2 hours west. Dying to Stitch is 2 hours south. And In Stitches is 2 hours north. Or an hour and a half. Hour and a half, and then 2 hours. So like all our needlework shops are kind of far. Anyway, we went to this new one. New for us. I think she said she opened in 2021 or 2000. Maybe 2020. I don't know. Anyway, I will try to link her Facebook page below. But she dyes her own floss, so I bought some of her floss. It's called Southern Fried Floss, and these are the colors I got. So I got a brown, a beautiful yellow, a beautiful green, a blue, and a black. I'm thinking I might, if I can, maybe I'll get another skein, but I really like this green for the baby stocking, the letters that say joy, J-O-Y. I might change that green to this. I think that would be pretty, but I would want another skein since I'm doing 2/2. It'd probably eat floss. Okay, I ended up getting a Prairie School Santa. I saw somebody change that coat, and I can't remember who it was. Was it Helen D or Michelle? No, not Michelle. Is it Michelle McGraw? Somebody McGraw. Is it? No. I can't remember her name. Is it Michelle? Somebody, they changed the coat to blue, and I really loved it. And then somebody changed the raccoon to gray. So our raccoons are gray. So I'm going to change the raccoon to gray and change the coat to blue. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy because I can't think of her first name. Michelle McGraw. That's got to be it. Okay, anyway. And then she had this old pattern. Let's see. Marjolaine Baston. It's a Lennart kit. Not kit. It's in a Lennart pattern. So I got those from that Southern Stitcher place. And then we went into a antique shop, and I found this at the antique shop. It's a kit. It's only $3. I don't think I'll stitch the whole thing, but I do like I want to stitch maybe those guys and then come up here and then just stitch maybe that guy. Who knows? I might stitch the whole thing. But I've had this saved, this kit. I've had it saved on, I think it was Etsy, and it was selling for like $40 some, and I got it for $3. I'm so excited. Okay, that is it. I am buying one more pattern for my birthday. I haven't got it yet because I'm gonna wait for my birthday to purchase it. It's a full coverage. And I've got a list of, my brain's not working. I've been taking my B12, I promise, but my brain is still not working. The needlework market previews. I've got a list going for that too. I do have a giveaway. I want to give away this little guy. So it's a red cardinal. I also have one of these, but I have the female cardinal. So this is the male cardinal, but I just want the female one. So it's a floss keeper thing, you know. So if you would like this, put cardinal in your comment. And this is USA only, please. Thank you. Sorry. Be 18 and don't say all the weird words. And I think that is it. Okay, I'm gonna go put this up and I'm gonna go make dinner. And I was gonna do a life update, but I've just been so busy, so busy, and in a good way. I'm doing so good. I've got really good energy. I've got all these ideas in my head. So I've been renovating a kitchen, and I've been wanting to sew stuff, and I've been wanting to paint stuff, and wanting to make stuff, and work in the garden, and yeah, so it's all good. And I'm gonna be a grandmother. So, okay, I love you guys. Bye.